Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Now, I'm home today, at least for a little bit. We got some good news on the dog. Our dog, Bichon, for whatever reason, I guess because they breed dogs so crazily that they don't get all the parts right. And our Bichon keeps having these herniating and exploding discs in his back, and he had surgery the day before yesterday, and literally had a disc that turned into fragments that they had to take out and rearrange his nerve endings and everything else. And he was paralyzed yesterday, but at least he was no longer in pain, because he was literally and having a hard time breathing. And you're sitting there thinking that, oh my goodness, this might be the end. Sorry, my phone is like literally going off because I'm setting off a firestorm today. But anyway, we're going to have to go down the road to pick him up, and it's down in Charlottesville, so I got about 2.5 hours down, 2.5 hours back. So I'm going to be on the road, so I want to hit you guys with some more of my Joe Boo sports knowledge. My phone is literally blowing up, my Instagram, and if you have not subscribed to my Instagram, Cowboy Joe Boo. Subscribe to my Twitter, Cowboy Joe Boo. Subscribe to my Facebook in case YouTube gets shut down, Joe Boo Sports Report. You can find me because I finally got an opportunity this morning to start watching back at the game film. Everybody is just squarely bullseye on Dak Prescott. And I admit, Dak has got issues. But I put out a clip there of Tyron Smith doing his best Chaz Green impersonation. He literally got beat on a speed rush. I called him Chaz Green, because that's what it literally looked like. The guy, he literally, his hands were like that, and it could have been even called a holding on top of giving up the sack. But I'm watching, and I put these clips on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and stuff, and that's where people are commenting like crazy on them. But this is from that game, and I do not own the copyrights from this. Thank you, NFL and Fox Sports. I'll put a disclaimer up on it. But this is right after the Cowboys just scored in the second half. I know it's a rarity, so it's not like it's that hard to figure out which one it was. But this is when they were in hurry up. This is after Zeke Elliott had the fumble on the drive before they went down the field, finally got a touchdown. So let's look at this real quick. When I say that there's a problem with coaching, take a look at Dak and Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore is over here. He's not talking upstairs because the mic is away. He's talking. Dak isn't even turning his head his way. I wouldn't be surprised if he would just start picking his nose at this point. This is your quarterback coach. And what we get is Scott Linehan doesn't talk to Dak directly. Scott Linehan relays stuff to Kellen Moore, who relays it to Dak. What do you see there? What do you see there? Tell me, my friends. And this is Tyron Smith here. Look at this. If that doesn't look like Chaz Green, yes, Dak has problems. Yes. But as I go through and start looking at this, if you're telling me that Dak Prescott needs work, he needs to be elevated, he needs to learn, what in God's green earth tells you that Kellen Moore is teaching him jack crap? Now, here's another interesting thing that I started to notice, and Brian Brodus actually said the same thing as well. It seems like when Dak is running the plays from the huddle, the plays that they're calling in, he does not look comfortable out there. He does not look like he's ready to rock and roll. And thus, the team has not scored that many points there. But when the team has gotten in hurry-up offense, and like I said, I just looked at this game. I'm going to go back through and look at the Giants game and the Panthers. Excuse me. Sorry, man. Getting a little excited there. Setting off my stuff here. But when Dak is in hurry-up offense, calling the plays from out there, is when the team has scored the most of their points. And that is a fact. Dak seems more comfortable calling his own plays. And you see the team kind of following suit there with a little bit more pep in their step. Maybe what this team needs to do is start doing more hurry up. Start getting it, because it may be that the other teams aren't able to substitute and get in situations, or maybe if they're all lining up the same and they're running different plays, as opposed to when they get out there from the huddle, they see where everybody's going. The defense automatically knows this is Scott Linehan's garbage ass offense, and we know what's going to happen and how to stop it. But hurry up offense seems to be working a little bit better. And it's funny because as I go through this games, excuse me again, I'm sorry, I've got the issues. As I go through this game clip, every time the team gets something started, we get something that happens, a holding penalty. So you go from 2nd and 5 to 2nd and 15. Every time we start getting some momentum going, we get, a Michael Gallup lets go the ball and it's a turnover. Or a Zeke Elliott steps out of bounds, or Zeke Elliott fumbles the ball. It's always something. We start getting a little momentum, and then all of a sudden something kicks back and makes us start over. It's a mistake here and a mistake there that are game killers. If we can cut down on the mistakes, okay? I'm Joe the fan like you. I am just trying to look at this thing realistically, because whether we keep Dak Prescott at the end of this season, whether we pay him, whether we decide to move up in the draft and get somebody else, we have to deal with the next 13 games. And over the next 13 games, we have to figure this out, whether it's going to be Dak Prescott as our quarterback or somebody we draft. Because like the Washington Redskins have forever done, they have taken guys and they have let them get beat to hell and end their careers. We do not have a track record of getting this stuff straight. And Kellen Moore is not the answer to teach anybody to be a quarterback coach. To be a quarterback right now. I'm not saying that he can't be. But, guys, tell me what Dak is learning from Kellen Moore right now. And Scott Linehan has done nothing with any offense. Sorry about all the beeps. Let me turn the ringer off on this thing. But yeah, I'm trying to stir some stuff up right now. Because what we got on the field is a disgrace from the Dallas Cowboys. And every single one of those players, when they show up today for practice on that offense, needs to look inside the mirror, suck it on up, and know that they got to do better. And that goes from the damn ball boy to Jason Garrett, to Scott Linehan, to Paul Alexander, to Sanjay Lau, to Zeke Elliott, Dak Prescott, Tyron Smith, Connor Williams, Zach Martin, Joe Looney. Who did I forget? Who the hell did I forget? Zach Martin? No, I missed an offensive lineman there. Damn. But you get my drift, damn it. We got to do better. And try to mix some shit up. Listen, I've seen plenty of guys out there miss blocking assignments. I've seen plenty of guys out there drop some balls and run the wrong pass assignments. Put freaking Rico out there. At least the dude can jump. He can get a jump ball. He can go around somebody. At least he's a big enough body to get in the way. Try some different stuff to get away from what you're doing. And the final problem I will give you with Dak Prescott, because everybody says he's a dink and dunker. After watching the film, it is against Dak Prescott's DNA to throw a turnover, an interception. It's built in his head. When you think back to everything he's always said about Dez his rookie year, whoever's open, I'm going to throw it to. He is not going to go ahead and challenge of stuff. And I know everybody will say, well, Tony Romo throws guys open. Yeah, well, Tony Romo would launch jump balls. He was a gunslinger. He would take a chance. And you had a 50-50 chance of it coming down as a big play for us or a turnover. And even with that, what did we win? What the hell did we win? So you got guys that aren't getting open downfield for whatever reason, whether it's the same plays and everybody knows what they're going to be, or they're not good enough to get separation. For whatever reason, Dak's not going to challenge them. He doesn't want to turn off the ball. And if there's anything that at least has kept us in these games is the fact that we're not turning over the ball. So, I've said my piece. And I got to go down and get our dog. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm keeping it real. If you don't like it, sorry. But I'm going to put it out there and put you on blast. If you screw up, you screw up. You got to do better. I'm Mark Holmes with Cowboy Joe Boo, and I'll see you soon.